Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chelsea. You know that, I know that. We all get it, okay? And you know what else we get? That I have too many opinions because I'm just a lady with a bulldog and a camera and too many opinions, okay? Co-host again today. All right, so let's go ahead and get into today's video. We're gonna be talking about, basically, we've talked about it before, how people in MLMs really just regurgitate what is taught to them and what is told to them and reiterated to them constantly, and they just parrot it over and over and over again. Because if someone's super successful, your upline, their upline, their upline, their upline, someone super successful in another MLM in the industry, whatever, is saying something like, it has to be right? They wouldn't lie. So this is one of the top people in Monat, Toni Van Schoik. I don't know how to say her name. I don't care. She is one of the original 8, I think, something like that, in Monat. And basically, if you join Monat, you have like a 25% chance or something like that that you're in her downline. So there's that. And yeah, so let's go ahead and watch Simple Wealth with Toni, whatever her last name is. Toni shares her journey. Mastermind chat. Stop calling everything a mastermind. Not everything is a mastermind. Y'all aren't masterminds, okay? You're literally not, and it's really annoying. And every time they say it, reminds me of like Megamind. I love that movie. I've realized that these mastermind things are just to feed the ego, make these people feel important, make them feel like they're getting valuable information when, let's be honest, they're not. And then also, a lot of the times when I was watching this, I was like, oh, sounds like she's just selling her own stuff. And then I've realized, I'm like, oh, well, that's what all of them do. Mostly all these people who are speaking have like coaching side hustles within their MLM, or to go along with their MLM, to complement it, to supplement the income, or just basically like a course or something to sell to their own downline. Like, it's crazy. When in reality, they say constantly like, oh, well, when you join this MLM, when you join my team, when you join under me, like, you get my coaching for free, or like, you get to be taught by me. And it's like, do you, or do you have to pay for that? Because I thought that's what, like, I was like, that was part of the pitch. That's what I was signing up for, to join your team because of you. Like, what? So anyways, let's get into it.
From Charleston, actually Mount Pleasant, so not too far away. Honored to be here, so thank you, Mike, so much for putting this on. I try to do a mastermind once a month, and so when I found out, I was like, this is my backyard. Heck yeah, I'm gonna be there. But my journey is, you and I have a very similar story. I have 2 ex-husbands too, for a reason, right?
My cousins live in Mount Pleasant. We've been there quite a bit. We love Mount Pleasant. We love staying there and, just going over the bridge. Mount Pleasant's pretty small.
My journey is, I started working early on, like when I was 14, in the restaurant industry, and that was my lifelong career up until I started having kids. I went to school. I ran a really busy, high volume restaurant chain for 9 years. And, I stayed in that until I was in my early 30s and then ditched that.
I don't want to be someone who's like nitpicking on someone's, not their vernacular, not the right phrase, their verbiage, which I literally just nitpicked my own right there. But I am going to, because that's so important in these types of videos, in this pitch, in this industry, because something can sound great, but you change one word and it's a lie, right? They say things all the time and it's like, well, actually what you just said isn't true. And they'll make themselves sound, more self-important and stuff like that. I do think it's funny that she's like, that was my lifelong career, but you didn't do it your entire life. So it wasn't your lifelong career. It was just the career you had.
Started my own brick and mortars when I had my second daughter. And
y'all know I love Broom. They have been a sponsor of my channel for a while now, especially when I was pregnant. I wanted to be able to have a fiber supplement that didn't taste like garbage, because I am anemic. Round of applause for all my anemics out there. And as many of you know, iron supplements, trying to get up that hemoglobin, makes you not be able to take a doo-doo for years, basically. Not years, but you get it. So my doctor was like, girl, you need a fiber supplement. And I was like, okay, bet, as the kids say. In swoops in Broom with perfect timing. I take Broom almost every single morning, along with whatever I'm having for breakfast, and a bottle of water, a glass of water, whatever as well. And I've really been able to work it into my routine, and it makes me super happy, because guess what? Not only during pregnancy could I not poop, but postpartum, I have had some problems pooping as well. So I've never talked about my butt so much, but listen, I need to have a happy butt so that I can be happy and healthy. And there's nothing more painful. I mean, there probably is, but there's almost nothing more painful than trying to hold your baby while you're on the toilet and having a painful poop. So thank goodness for Broom. They have helped me so much and I appreciate them so much, especially for being a sponsor of my channel, but also supporting, and y'all know I hate this word, but supporting my gut and my butt. Broom is a high fiber dietary supplement that uses the highest quality ingredients to support your gut and microbiome health. The main component is psyllium husk that's scientifically proven to treat intestinal problems and benefit constipation, diarrhea, blood pressure, and weight loss. Their mission is to break down existing walls and talk about things like pooping and constipation freely and openly. After all, everyone does it. Everyone has a butthole. Everyone deserves to have the perfect bathroom experience. And let's be honest, is there anything more satisfying than like a good poop? No. There's really not. You know what's not good? A bad poop. So let's have good poops. So y'all know I always want to be myself and extra and extraordinary and all that and anything but regular. However, when it comes to the bathroom, your girl wants to be regular. So take advantage of their biggest sale yet and get 6 months worth of Broom at 65% off. And if you want an extra 10% off, use my code Suarez10 for an extra 10% off. I'll be sharing that over on my Instagram too, but I will have it linked down below.
And I haven't looked back. So I've, done the corporate job. I've done the brick and mortars, and now my businesses are all pretty much e-commerce or online. Right now, I'm helping people ride the wave with digital courses and e-learning because guys, that's supposed to be another $38 billion by 2025. So that's a huge opportunity for every single person here in this room.
So again, it's the next scam. And a lot of people have said things like, oh, well, making courses and stuff like that has always been around. And it's like, yeah, but the thing is when you're the one making the course, like, okay, and if you actually do have like valuable information to share, I understand that. I've said many times, like, if it's priced at a point where it's basically just saving you the time to have to, go out and, look for all the information yourself. This muralist that I love on Instagram, like she mentors and teaches like other people how to like be muralists and stuff too. And like artists and stuff like that. And it's really cool. She does murals for like small businesses and Airbnbs. And then she also offers like mentorship or coaching or training, like workshops basically. And that's real. Like, that's cool. She's amazing. And like, that's different. So I just wanted to make that clear because on my master resale rights video, a few people were commenting on that and, talking about that a little and saying like, okay, well, just so you know, like there are, real courses and things that do have like value. And it's like, obviously I understand not every single course is a scam. However, most people on social media who are selling that and, who are showing these red flags, yes, that's scammy. So for instance, someone in an MLM, if they also do an MLM, it's most likely a scam. So please just understand that too. It's just so interesting that she's now talking about master resale rights too and digital courses and digital product and blah, blah, blah. And it's like digital course, digital product, master resale rights. That's the keywords for that basically. So that's really important to remember. But it's like, if someone at the top of the MLM is talking about this, like she's clearly or possibly like selling it to her downline. And that's a point that I wanted to make as well, that like it is something like that's an unethical aspect of it too, because it's just another thing they're selling to their downline. It's wild. And sure, like that's your network, whatever, like they don't have to buy it. But when you're acting like, well, this is really going to help you or this can make you more money.
To invest in that. And that's, I'm all about creating multiple streams of income. I have started businesses. I've lost businesses. I've filed bankruptcy. I've had my home foreclosed on. I have been in the shitter. And I have gained massive success. A business that I launched back in 2014, it's a $4 billion brand, guys. And literally my tagline was, I get paid to wash my hair, y'all. So we started that back in 2014. It scaled. It's the #1 hair care brand in the world right now. And it's a clean brand. So it's all plant-based products, which fits in line with everything that I stand for. So long story short, I got started on this journey of clean living to the point, you guys, where I have invested like thousands of dollars.
That's something as well that I was talking about before, how it's like she not changed one word, but like because the way she phrased that statement, it makes it sound so crazy and so like impressive. But in reality, it's false. Then what I just said applies to 2 sentences that she just said. I mean, she just keeps lying. And you could be like, oh, she's not lying. She's just like exaggerating or stretching the truth or, leaving something out. And it's like, if it's not the truth, it's a lie. Not to be super black and white about it, but like it's not being truthful. And that's what this industry is, but it's crazy. So she just said, I launched a $4 billion hair care business. She's talking about Monat. Girl, you didn't launch that. You don't own that company. You were one of the first reps. Yeah, but you didn't launch the company. You are not in the C-suite. You are not part owner. Like that's not you. Like, yeah, you've made a lot of money from it. Why not talk about that? Why not be transparent about that? And actually say, like, I was one of the first ones in this company, but I think that would probably make it sound like I got in early and therefore I was able to have a bunch of people under me, so I feel like that would kind of be counterintuitive for her. So maybe that's why she doesn't say that. And then also, of course, the lie that we hear every single day of, I get paid to wash my hair. No, you don't. You get paid to sell and recruit. So again, stop lying. It's not just the people. And the reason why I like doing these videos of like the top people lying instead of just like the bottom people lying, because the bottom people, like they just got in. They're just regurgitating the same BS that's been told to them that was pitched to them 30 minutes ago when they signed up. This person has been in the company for a long time and she's still spouting off the same lies. And think about it, she's probably said these lies day in and day out to recruit so many people and to promote her business. And that's wrong. Like, she knows better. She knows it's a lie.
And clean water, having clean food, that type of thing. And so this was a natural evolution for us, because if you know anything about the beauty market at all, and I've been in network marketing for 30 years, so kudos to you, girlfriend, on that pink Cadillac. So that journey took me along to see other things that entrepreneurs needed. I was talking to a couple of people last night about, and stuff that we're doing now is creating the wealth portion and helping entrepreneurs keep their money.
Okay, so it's interesting how she just said that, like, now we're helping entrepreneurs, do whatever. And it's like, sounds like what you're doing now is figuring out how to make more money off of your downline, when allegedly they're supposed to get all this stuff for free when they sign up with you.
And so, these conversations that I was having yesterday, about people, and I'm taking actually a self-directed IRA course here in a couple of weeks, infinite banking, real estate investments, syndicates, self-directed IRAs, all of these different things that entrepreneurs do not understand.
Okay, don't get me wrong. Our government's corrupt. Economic infrastructure is complete BS. Taxes, I hate them. I hate them so much. I go back and forth. I'm like, we should overthrow the government and we shouldn't have taxes. And it's literally, I go from like so libertarian to, and I'm like, I don't want to pay taxes. I don't want to talk to anybody. I go from that scale to then like the opposite end of like, hell yeah, I'll pay more taxes. I'd pay a bunch in taxes if I could have free healthcare and, have everything covered. And if our streets looked better. And yeah, it's just really funny. Me and Toni both go back and forth between like, oh my God, being super like socialist to like super libertarian. We are very confused people. Okay. It's because our country's the worst. It's great. It's awesome, but it's also the worst. See, I go back and forth. But this lady, girls, she talks a lot about how she has like learned all this stuff from, I forgot what the guy's name was, but she talked about this one guy and she's like, I took this course by him. You need to read this book by him. Like, he taught me that like I shouldn't be paying taxes at all. And like the government shouldn't be taking my money. And don't get me wrong, like I do think we are taxed too much. And I do think that it's not like allocated properly and all that stuff. Like, with how much I pay in taxes, I should have free healthcare and there should not be any potholes. And my schools should be better. Like, what the heck? The government's corrupt and we should overthrow it. This is a joke. Please, I'm not like inciting a riot, okay? Oh God, I'm gonna get myself in trouble. Oh my God, get ready for everyone to call me like a right-wing nut job. I literally don't fit in any box politically, honestly. Like this person that she just like loves, that she talks about all the time, and she's like, he says you shouldn't pay taxes and blah, blah, like I don't pay taxes and all this. And there are legal loopholes that like are perfectly fine that you can do to, and like little tips and tricks and folding in the cheese to be able to pay less in taxes, especially when you are a business owner, especially when you do have your business structured as like an LLC for legal purposes, an LLC structured as an S corporation when it comes to, tax purposes. I've probably lost half of you right now talking about this, but a good example of this is, for instance, I pay, and this is probably too transparent, but I don't care. I pay my husband every 2 weeks a certain amount, right? It's automated through my payroll system. And that money that is being paid to him, yes, he's an employee of my company. He does help me a crap ton. Just random stuff, scheduling, like literally like labor stuff, like physical labor. And then a bunch of other things too that basically I just don't want to do. It's not like technically like work, but it's like it's things to like support the business. And then also that specific amount that I pay him is my portion of our shared bills. So instead of me paying that money to me and like also giving myself a bit extra for like my other bills and like fun money, what happens is that money goes straight to him, and then therefore it's an extra write-off, and then I'm actually paying myself less so that I'm taxed less on like my own paychecks. So I pay less in taxes with that. I still pay a fudge ton in taxes, but I pay less in taxes for that. Also though, when we like buy a house and like have to do anything, because I make like so little with my business on paper, because the IRS is the devil, he like has to like loans and stuff have to just be like on him because I like whatever. I front a bunch of money. Anyways, way too much information for you, but my point is that there are legal things that you can do. And I learned all this stuff from like my dad and from like, other, business owners and accountants, and like making sure that it is legal, right? And then there's someone like this who is a little bit like on the fringe, making that sound like quirkier than it should be and like more attractive than it should be, honestly. She's a little bit loopy and crazy and all that. So in my opinion, and she's someone who's just like, I don't want to say like she's an anarchist, but like where was she January 6th, So I just find that super interesting. And like I was saying, the person that she like has been obsessed with or whatever previously was and took his courses and stuff, that person's in prison for like embezzlement or like some type of financial like tax fraud or something, like some type of financial crime. So I just find that hilarious. Oh, you find it funny too? And yeah, so I think personally that it's dangerous for her to give out advice and like teach courses and stuff like that on this stuff. Like she doesn't know someone else's specific, financial state. Whatever works for her might not work for them. I mean, they could be in a different state. They could, be in a different country. Like stuff could be different for them. And what works for me in Florida, being a dual income household and, with my job, I can write off a lot more and than maybe someone else could, someone in an MLM who's a salesperson for an MLM, they can't write off as much as I can. So it's very different and it's very deceptive and unethical and wrong, spooky and dangerous that she is giving out this information and, coaching people on this. And yes, I do think that type of information needs to be like more readily available. Like maybe when you sign up for like your LLC or your corporation or whatever, like those, when you create a business entity, I think that a lot of that information needs to be free and given to you instead of like companies calling you and trying to like pitch you their services and giving you a free consultation, like 1-800-ACCOUNTANT when you sign up with LegalZoom.
In order to keep more of your money. So, actually Harris and Paul were at my very first inaugural wealth event, strategy event that I did a couple of weeks ago, because I have now a team of professionals. And I'm like, here's where you need to, no, don't. And again, Kelly, I'm going to use your numbers. She wrote on there, if you're making $83,333 a month, that you are going to pay, I believe, what was that number in taxes? Was it 25 grand?
25 a month.
Yeah, no, we'll show you like how to take that 25 grand and protect that instead of paying it to Uncle Sam.
She really is just pitching her, like the information that she has for you. Like obviously, yeah, everyone wants to pay less in taxes. Duh. Everyone wants to keep more of their money. Duh. But it's like, it's very, and I know I just said like, yes, I would pay more in taxes if like we got free good healthcare, right? That's different. So I just find that really interesting. And she's like, oh, well, we're going to show you how to keep more of your money. So now people listening to this are going to be like, oh my gosh, I want to do that. But then what's the point of this mastermind chat? Like, am I actually going to get that valuable information? Or is it just you pitching yourself and not actually giving the information? That's literally what this is. It's wild. I assume what she's talking about is self-employment tax. If you get a 1099 and you are just a sole proprietorship, DBA, whatever, if you don't have a business entity set up taxed as a S corporation or a C corporation. I would not suggest doing a C corporation. Even rare that you would need to do that or that would benefit you. Again, I'm not a professional, so I don't know. Talk to an accountant, talk to a CPA specialized in your state, in your industry, please. I assume that she's talking about the self-employment tax because when you are self-employed, you're paying like both halves of that. So when you are an employee of like a W-2 employee, the company's paying half of that and then you're paying half of that, right? And then when you have your business set up as and taxed as an S corporation, like I do, and a lot of people do, just makes more sense. The company is paying half of that, like it comes out of your payroll, I think. Who knows? Not me. Like I only pay half of it then, right? Because I'm an employee of the company. So like obviously still like the business is paying it and like duh, I am the business, but you know, it's just interesting. So there you go. I just gave you free information that she is withholding from you. Personally, I think, and this is just in Florida, but some like low tax states, but if you're not making more than like 30,000-40,000 a year, I personally don't think that it's worth it to switch over to being taxed as an S corporation. But again, talk to your accountant.
That's kind of like the evolution. Through my network marketing company, we built a software platform. I was just talking to Dan about, it's really important to have some sort of, and I call it a client relationship motivator, right? To keep your clients coming back, buying more, keeping, what you're doing in front of them. That's really, really important. And also the course creation is huge right now. So we have, God, my main girl she's been on mat leave and I'm pulling my hair out. So she's absolutely phenomenal. But we want to, be very cost effective and show people how they can do this with just minimal time investment. So it's turnkey. So you can always have that money coming in. I have 9 different income streams. So, I mean, even from, my little piddly YouTube makes $1,000 a month, but that's still $1,000 a month, right? So, it's just about expanding what you're doing right now, because the other thing that I will tell you, and I get so excited about this, is that everybody in this room is an expert at something. You guys can create your own course and charge for it and have that money just keep coming in. And so that's what we look for. I have 2 other affiliate programs where people can just plug and play. One of them is in the insurance sector. The other one is in I never take prescription drugs. People are going to take them anyways, but we found a way to save them money.
She just said that her YouTube channel makes $1,000. She might have a different YouTube channel, but she said that her YouTube channel makes $1,000 a month. Girl, no the hell I don't. Oh my God. I'm on Social Blade right now. Keep in mind, people like to try to come to Social Blade and think it's like super, super accurate. It's not. YouTube Studio backend is like accurate. They don't share their information with anybody. Anyways, so this is hilarious. Video views for the last 30 days is just over 2,000. It says that total video views, 360,301. That's been since 2008. Why are you lying? It doesn't make $1,000 a month. You are such a liar. 1 view doesn't equal half a dollar. That's not how that works, girl. Oh, what a fibber. What a fibber. So just for context, if roughly this isn't every single person, everyone's different. I mean, someone could have a higher CPM, which is the amount that you get paid per view, or per 1,000 views, but she's getting like 2,000 views a month. So she's probably making like less than $10 a month. Like, why are you lying? That's so strange. Which is funny because that's actually what Social Blade says. So Social Blade's actually accurate in this case. Less than 100 views a day. Less than 50 views a day. Like, why are you lying? What are you doing? But you know what? Let's just continue to listen to her lies.
So there's a lot of different things that are out there right now. I think Jake, right? When you were sitting here and Kelly was talking about the 1 million business to the 10 million business, think outside the box, right? Because it doesn't have to be a brick and mortar. It doesn't have to be a real estate flip. It just has to be something that you could share with the world, that you're an expert in, talk about your journey, talk about how you can help other people. But it really all boils down to mindset, right? What and I call it, so I teach courses because I love doing them. They're so much fun.
It all boils down to mindset. You having a multi-million-dollar business all boils down to mindset. You can have the best mindset in the world. Having a multi-million-dollar business or even a successful business or even a business that makes 6 figures a year pre-tax is not all about mindset. You can have, that's part of it, sure. But you can have the best mindset in the world. You can be so positive, such a hustler, someone who does not give up. But again, if you are selling something or working in an industry that is more than likely proven to fail, you can have the best mindset in the world. Doesn't matter. Hard work is a huge aspect of success, but then also luck. Like, people do not talk enough about that, and timing. I mean, I've said multiple times, do work my off. I do put out a lot of content. I mean, I have put out a lot of content on my YouTube channel, and I batch film, and yes, I might only work, 2 days a week, but those are days that I batch film and I'm filming 4 or 5 or 6 videos in one sitting. And so it's hard work, yes, because you can't just be lucky, right? And it can't just be timing, because you can be lucky and go viral and all that, but if you don't have the work ethic and, the actual talent and a good personality and all that to go behind it, it's not going to work out for you, right? I mean, it's just not how that works. If I wouldn't have switched my content over to commentary, anti-scam, anti-MLM when I did, right before it got super popular, I wouldn't be where I am at today. And cute Wiggum. And I clearly recognize that. So just to say it's all mindset, no. The reason, of course, in my opinion, why they say that is so that they can blame it on that and be like, well, your mindset's just not where it should be, and you really need to work on that. And so they can blame it on you and not the product they're making you sell, the company they're in, the industry they're in, and stuff like that. So keep that in mind.
But they're vision workshops, right? To help people really dream and think big. That is what my passion is, because I know that everybody that I meet is capable of so much more. Right? We've been playing small because we've been taught from the time that we're this high. How many people heard, we can't afford it, money doesn't grow on trees. Instead, think about, how can I? Right? And it's all about you creating that vision that you can do anything in the world that you want. You guys, I didn't think I could build a $4 billion brand. I mean, just little old me. I'm a mama. I'm a grandmama, I'm a child of Christ. I never even knew that that would even be a thing. But you know what? I can build culture like nobody's business.
I didn't think I could build a $4 billion brand, a $4 billion business. You didn't. Quite literally did not do that. You did not build money. You don't make $4 billion. You haven't made $4 billion from your organization, from money. You've made over $1 million. I have seen that. I know that to be a fact. I've seen the documents. Money sucks. I can't believe they sent me that cease and desist so I had to take down those videos. They're petty though. They will make me go broke and hold me in litigation. They are the worst. And I can't do that because, this thing. And I just don't want to in general, even if I didn't have a kid. But yeah, so you didn't do that. And then also, who thought little old me? I'm just a mom. I'm just a grandma, a child of Christ. Makes it sound like you're in a cult. I'm a Christian. It's so I'm a mom. I'm a woman. I can make a shit ton of money. I can be successful. I can be powerful. I can be assertive and loud and a force to be reckoned with. Stop making it sound like women are meek little creatures, because we are not. We literally have our bodies ripped open and ripped apart to create more life. So no, dear God, I can't. It's so frustrating. I have noticed that really does seem like a lot of their pitches is I'm just a mom. I'm just a girl. I'm just a baby. Who make money? Me? I sell shampoo? What? Girl, women make money. Women can do literally anything. Yes. The patriarchy. Thank you again, Cole and Broom, for sponsoring this video and for being a sponsor of my channel continuously and for letting me talk about my butthole. And then also thank you to you guys for supporting my sponsors. I really, really, really do appreciate it. I'm a broken record at this point, but as always, without you guys and without my sponsors and you supporting my sponsors, I would not be able to have this be my full-time job. And that is a dream come true for me. And I appreciate you so much. Back to the video.
It's business. And so that's why I have people that have been my business partners for 20 years. Through the dips and the valleys, through other companies closing. You guys, I was with another network marketing company before Monat and it closed. I had a team of 4,000 women that were peddling they were doing purse parties, right? And the owners got greedy and they just started taking money out of her pockets. And I'm like, well, my integrity isn't for sale. So I walked away from that.
Your integrity isn't for sale. So you walked away from an MLM where the owners were being greedy. And then you joined another MLM and recruited a ton of people into it. Ma'am, I don't think you understand what the word integrity means.
But I didn't have a pot to piss in. So it was like a year and a half. I tried going into business with someone else. She embezzled the last $15,000 I had. And so it was really, really tough. And that's when we had to file bankruptcy. That's when my husband actually had to hawk his Rolex to put food on the table. So, been there, done that. But yeah, so I'll turn it back over to you.
So that was just super awkward how she decided to throw in a little trauma dump at the end. My husband had to sell his Rolex to put food on the table. It's yeah, priorities. Yet some people don't have a Rolex to pawn so that they can put food on the table. Also, it's crazy because it sounds like network marketing was kind of what got her into the mess of that. Was just, and I don't want to laugh that it's she was about to cry at the end, but it's what the heck was that entire little speech? That was a mastermind? What valuable information did we get from that? To buy her stuff and to start selling courses? To not buy a Rolex? What's going on? It makes no sense. It's all motivational and stuff like that. And it's just if you constantly need that motivation and motivation and motivation, all these pep talks to get you through doing work, you should probably get a different job. It looks like she's, on the course train as well, unfortunately, all of them. Anyways, I hope you have a great rest of your day night whenever you're watching this. Day night weekend. Who knows? Not me. And it's been a pleasure. Stay spicy. Be nice to yourself. I was about to say, go touch your butt and your grass looks good. Yeah, let's stick with that. Okay, goodbye.